Pope Francis has once again become the center of global attention, and this time, it's not only his message that has the world talking. With the 88-year-old pontiff hospitalized in critical condition, countless believers and observers alike are watching for any sign of improvement or decline. He leads a faith of over 1 billion followers, and his uncertain health raises pressing questions. Is this just a momentary health setback or a turning point that could send ripples through one of the world's oldest religious institutions? Early reports revealed that Pope Francis was rushed to Rome's Gelli hospital after what seemed at first like a respiratory flare-up. This episode quickly progressed into double pneumonia, a diagnosis especially concerning given his age. Official updates have confirmed he remains in critical condition, reliant on high-flow oxygen to keep his breathing stable. There's also mention of a mild reduction in kidney function, though his doctors appear confident they've got it under control. On a brighter note, the pontiff is reportedly awake, eating normally, and demonstrating flashes of his usual resolve. In a hopeful sign, he even attended a small Sunday Mass within the hospital, joined by members of his medical team, a reminder that faith can persist no matter how dire the circumstances. Yet, for many, the question lingers. How long can he shoulder these burdens before larger changes become unavoidable? To understand why this current situation feels so ominous, it helps to recall Pope Francis's medical history. Throughout his papacy, he has faced a series of health concerns, from occasional respiratory troubles to the after effects of previous surgeries. Each time he was hospitalized or postponed public engagements, rumors abounded about possible plans for stepping down. While those whispers never manifested into a real resignation, they left a lasting impression. The Catholic Church could be forced to confront the reality of a pope too ill to continue. Every crisis since then has revived similar speculation, feeding the notion that ongoing health problems could finally push him to a decision the modern church has only witnessed once in centuries. But this time, the circumstances may be different, so say some insiders, who point to the severity of double pneumonia and his advanced age. With a host of challenges piling up, the atmosphere around the Vatican is tinged with a sense of pending change, though no one quite knows what form that change might take. Away from hospital walls, a different set of tension simmers. Pope Francis is no stranger to controversy, having adopted progressive stances on social and economic issues that have often placed him at odds with more traditional factions in the church. While many hail him as a reformist, bridging the gap between ancient doctrine and contemporary values, others feel his approach undermines long-standing traditions. These internal debates have only grown more intense as his influence and popularity expanded globally. Now, with the Pope visibly weakened, speculation runs rampant. Whispers suggest that those who found his reforms too bold might see an opportunity to steer the church back toward more conservative policies. Others worry this power struggle could deepen schisms within Catholicism, particularly if the Pope's frailty intensifies, or if a new leader enters the scene with a drastically different vision. The swirl of rumors both within and outside the Vatican prompts a critical question. Will ongoing disputes shape or even accelerate decisions about succession? Publicly, Vatican officials stick to carefully worded health updates, preferring to avoid any talk of drastic measures. Privately, however, it's believed that high-ranking cardinals are bracing for potential upheaval. Some allegedly ponder how to ensure a smooth transition if the Pope's recovery proves complicated or prolonged. Others are hoping that the pontiff recovers quickly and continues his mission, aware that another abrupt change at the helm might cause confusion among the faithful. Meanwhile, world leaders keep a close eye on developments. The Catholic Church, given its colossal global influence, is more than a spiritual institution. It's a diplomatic powerhouse, wielding social and political sway in countless regions. A change in papal leadership could shift alliances, influence policy discussions, and even affect international humanitarian efforts. With so much at stake, it's no wonder that a veil of secrecy has descended over the Vatican's next steps. Though news trickles out, the most significant maneuvers likely remain hidden from public view. If history has taught us anything, it's that the papacy seldom changes hands without major reverberations. The Catholic world watched in astonishment a decade ago when Pope Benedict XVI made the historic choice to resign due to failing health, shattering the long-held norm of a pope serving until death. Pope Francis's current plight raises fresh questions about whether he'd contemplate following in those footsteps. Could he elect to step aside, allowing a successor to guide the Church unburdened by ongoing medical struggles? Or will he hold firm, determined to fulfill his responsibility until he can no longer do so? Under normal circumstances, such queries might seem speculative, but this is a moment unlike many others. A resignation might open the door to more progressive reforms if a like-minded successor is chosen, or perhaps, in a twist, to a conservative pivot if his critics gain the upper hand during the conclave. For millions of Catholics around the world, the uncertainty is deeply felt. They watch, pray, and wonder whether these unforeseen developments will usher in a new era of transformation. For now, Pope Francis fights on. He battles double pneumonia with resilience, leans on his team of doctors as they address every concern, down to the slight decline in kidney function. His words of gratitude and hope continue to reach the faithful through social media and official Vatican statements, suggesting he still believes his calling remains unfulfilled. Yet questions about how long he can endure and whether the Church may soon face another unprecedented event continue to grow louder. The road ahead is cloaked in uncertainty. If his health stabilizes, he might return to public life with renewed vigor. If not, the possibility of a pope stepping down again could change the landscape of the Catholic Church for generations. In this tense pause, observers, believers, and leaders worldwide hold their breath, all of them awaiting the next move in a chapter that could redefine centuries of tradition. And as each day passes without a definitive turn for better or worse, the gravity of this situation only intensifies, suggesting that whatever unfolds next may very well mark a new milestone in the Church's unfolding narrative.